Hi friends. I had an interesting dream the other night about my dad. My dad passed away in November. It's the first dream I've had of him since. And I thought my dad was being horrible in the dream because it's like I was just teleported into a simulation. That's what it seemed like. One minute I'm sleeping, and the next minute I feel like I'm just jolted into an existence where I land on the floor and I look around me and I see all these. It seemed to be lots of small children running towards me, really small. But I knew that they weren't children. They appeared to be children, but there were these kind of gargoyle things, very beige in colour, almost not gargoyle, but more like a head with long arms, walking on the arms. If that makes sense, right? Like the toys they used to get, or maybe still can, the little rubber things, but this size, and they have long arms. You throw them at the wall, and they walk down it. That kind of thing. So yeah, I was facing these beings, and I realised I'm looking, taking it all in, and I see a little girl wearing a navy blue jacket running towards me, and she's panicking because she has to run as well, right? And she catches her foot in some kind of metal. I don't know if it was like what you'd put bikes into, something like that, and it gets trapped. So I instantly see how close they're getting. I instantly run over. I free her foot from it, and I tell her to run, and I realise she's not running. She looks really panicked. And something tells me in my head, just go. You can't save them. You can't save them. And I felt like it was my dad telling me, just go, go. You can't save them. And it was horrific because it's like, she looked about, I don't know, 11, maybe 10, 11, And I wanted to pick her up and carry her, but I knew by doing so, I would also die. And I had something I had to do, and dying right now was not an option. It was horrible. So I just ran and left, feeling bloody terrible. And I had to go, my dad was telling me, like in my head kind of thing, to go towards this place that we had to get to. And I decided I wanted to go home first and get blankets, spare clothes for my daughter, some food, some water, things that we might need, emergencies. And he was saying, no, you leave everything and you just go now. And I was thinking, God, he turned into a terrible person since he's really bossy. He's got no care for anybody. These are important. And so I decided to go to the flat. I don't have a flat, but in the dream I did. And my partner was with me, and we were collecting stuff. And then we realised that now we can't get out. We're stuck. They've surrounded us. There's no way of getting out. No way. We're going to have to fight our way out, but we will die. They'll eat us. And I think it was more of an infect us than eat us. But it was in the dream, it was eat us. So then it seems to go back in time to the point where I was making the decision to go home. And this time I didn't go home. This time I went straight where I was meant to go. When I got there, I realised it was an ark. It was a huge big boat. It was made of pine. It was really nicely crafted. And inside it, where I appeared, my dad was there with some younger female, and they were sorting out the children, getting the children put there. There was animals. I know there was straw on the floor. And it was like this big urgency to suddenly, be on this ark. It didn't go anywhere. It didn't move. I didn't see water. But it was, to me, it felt like a boat without water. I didn't see any water at all. And it was ready to leave. We were ready to go. So I think I took from that that sometimes we can see the humans doing all the things they're doing, taking the jib jab, as being like children. They're uninformed children. And we can't save them all. And there's going to come a time where we have to just leave them behind, leave everything behind, and just move forward, move on with our life. I didn't see that we'd actually specifically have to go into an ark to save ourselves, but I feel like we are going somewhere else, and they are not going to come. And we have to be okay with that. And we can't save them all. And as horrible as it is, and I think it's preparing me for walking away and leaving people in my life, because there's always children of those people who are doing that, right? And they don't have anyone to guide them and tell them. They don't. If the parents do this and succumb to what's intended, they will have no parents. And who's going to look after these people? I think who's meant to be taken, or who chose to go on to the new world before they came to this world, will go. Those who chose to stay and be part of this will stay and be part of this. And it sounds horrible, but I think it's a choice we made before we came here. So, and at the end of I woke up at that point, and then I fell asleep again for a short time because I pushed on my alarm to snooze. And then I had this dream about a blue toothbrush. I was brushing my teeth, and it was a blue toothbrush, and I was having such a nice time brushing my teeth. And it was navy blue toothbrush, the same colour of navy blue as the girl's teeth. As the girl's coat. And then I looked at him and I don't have a blue toothbrush. Whose is this? Oh my God. Did my partner use this to clean the toilet? I suddenly panicked that it was a disgusting toothbrush, and discarded it. And it's a weird thing to, do I connect the two? Do I connect the two? Was that girl in the same way an instrument is like a toothbrush to show me that there's something, an instrument. They chose to be an instrument to show me the danger's coming. And because I discarded the toothbrush when I thought it was tainted. Are we going to save people who are already tainted? Maybe I'm getting the whole thing wrong, but take from me what you will. I'd like to have your views on that. It's always good to get other people to tell you what they think it meant. Is it going to be an ark? Because that's not the first time I've dreamt about being taken away in a spaceship to when the earth is flooded and it's in a bad state. The other thing, last night, I just remembered this little being I used to talk to. I'd completely forgotten about him, Carmichael. He was very small, and the first time I met him, I think I've discussed it, I was in a bathroom. I think it was my bathroom, and it was a clean bathroom. If you've heard about my dirty bathroom dreams, the really disgusting bathrooms and clean bathrooms, I think it's my guide's way of showing me if it's good beings or bad beings by how dirty the bathroom is. The bathroom seemed to have some issue to do with teleportation or something, or manifestation, or as in beings manifesting physically in your environment. But so I remembered him from this instance I had in the bathroom where I saw the outline of what looked like a grey alien about to appear in front of me, and I thought I was awake, and I was like, oh, interesting. I think an alien's going to appear in front of me in a minute. How do I feel about that? I was thinking, yeah, I'm alright with that. Yeah, I'm okay with that. So it started to become more solid and become really silvery in colour, and I was preparing for it to be a grey, and then as it phased in, it was this little man with blonde hair, really happy and jovial, and his voice was very much like, hello, it's lovely to see you today, you're my friend. So when I saw him, I just gave him a hug and kissed him on the head like I recognised him. And he said, oh, what lovely welcome that was. It's like, you're the fourth person I've visited today, but that by far is the nicest welcome. One of the men was very nice too, but yours was the best. All singy-songy up and down, really nice, really, really nice energy from him. So I decided to contact him last night. And I was asking him questions about all this, about what's going on, and is it the truth, and the future. And he said an interesting thing that I'm sure they've told me before because I remembered it. That if you choose to believe something, then that will be what it is. Okay? So if I choose to believe what the government's issues is coming to us now, and the new implementations, new laws that's coming to us, we don't have to accept that. I mean, we don't even have to bring it into our reality. We can completely shut it out and create our own version of reality. And those who are creating the same kind of version of reality, we will move into that reality together. That something is only real if you choose to believe it. And he gave me an example of this. If you were to believe, let's say, your partner was cheating on you, but you haven't got any proof. You just have this feeling, you just have this, I'm getting paranoid, and you start to investigate it, then you're choosing that to be part of your reality. Whereas if you say to yourself, well, if it's true, I'll find it in due time. I'm not going to think this is true because my head's telling me I'm going to believe it's not true until I find otherwise. If I find it to be true, then I move away. I finish the relationship, I end it, and I move on to something different, or I be by myself for a while, So it's the investigating it, the seeing if the claims are true, is you're choosing to go into that reality. And I am then manifesting that into my reality, that I may find evidence to suggest he is, and I may start to create it, and then my behaviour may actually cause it. I'm maybe not explaining right, he says things so much better than me. But choosing to believe something, choosing to go through someone's phone and try and find evidence, you will just create an energy inside yourself of instability and negativity and horror. And you will find things you're looking for, whether it is true or not. You will find something that will back up your claims, even if it's an innocent thing. So do not focus on things that could be. Focus on the only focus. Really learn to control the head and control your emotions, and only focus on those things which are actually present in front of you right now, that are happening right now, not things that could be in the works and planning, because we're just going to help bring that in by focusing on it. I know it's important to know your enemy, but sometimes ignorance is actually bliss. It really does help the situation. And I really think we should all be focusing on where we want to be, not where we could be. So I hope that helps. Okay, namaste.